Guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. And if you're new here, my name is Nishitha and this is Anusha.
Hi.
So if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. So in today's video, we are going to do this. Can you close your eyes for a bit? This makeup look on my friend. So we went to college together when we were in India, and then I moved here earlier than she did.
Yes.
Yeah, so she has been here in Arizona for almost like 1.5 years. 1.5 years now. So she's currently doing her masters. After she moved here, we started hanging out more and more. She came over for the weekend and we decided to do her makeup on my channel because I've never had anyone other than me on my channel before.
Face can be chatlet.
Okay. So we thought it would be fun to do her makeup because she doesn't know anything about makeup. Except lipsticks.
That's true.
The only ones that I give her. And she always refuses to take them, by the way. But I force them on her. So if you guys want to know how to get this look and all the products that I used on her, then please keep watching. So first I'm going to start off by prepping her skin. I'm using the Pixie Milky Mist. And while we wait for the setting spray to dry down, I'm going to do her eyebrows. So I'm just going to brush everything upwards. She already has really thick eyebrows and I'm just going to fill in the gaps. Then I'm using the Maybelline Tattoo Studio Brow Gel in the shade... wait, there's no shade on this. I think it's dark brown. So I'm just taking some on the back of my hand. Taking an angled brush. I'm just going to fill in the gaps. First we're going to start off with the eyes. I'm taking my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Tan Sand. This is a pretty long wearing concealer, but if you have oily eyelids, I would say use an eyelid primer. Urban Decay makes a really good one. So I'm just using this to prep them. And we're also going to cover all the pigmentation that she has on her eyelids. And while I do that, I like to blend the concealer upwards so I can clean up underneath the brows as well. And everything looks nice and clean. Then I like to take a flat shaded brush like this and go directly underneath her brows to clean them up even more. So we can define the shape of her eyebrows as we do this. I'm going to set the concealer in place using the Maybelline Fit Me Loose powder, and this is in the shade Medium Deep. For her eyeshadows, I'm going to take the Perception palette from Colourpop. First, I'm going to go into the shade Culture. And I'm taking a fluffy brush like this and I'm going to put this color pretty much everywhere in her crease. So this color is going to be our first transition. Going to slowly build that up until I get the intensity that I want. This color I want it to almost reach her eyebrows. And next I'm going to take the Luxie 229. It's the tapered blending brush. I'm going to use this color. It's called Thick. And I'm going to concentrate this mainly in her socket. I'm not gonna go as high as I did with the previous shade. I'm gonna have her open her eyes a little bit more. So I can concentrate this color mainly in her socket. And when I do this, I also like to define the crease. And then I'm going to take this Real Techniques brush and I'm gonna go into the shade Revenge. This is even tapered than the one that I used before. I'm going to concentrate mainly on the outer corners. Next up, I'm taking some Tarte Shape Tape Concealer on the back of my hand. And I'm going to do a half cut crease. And for the lid, I'm going to take this bronzy golden color which is called Diva. Put that all over her lid. I'm going to put that wherever I apply the concealer. And now I'm going to take a blending brush without any additional product on it just blending out the edges. I'm going to take some more of the second transition shade that I took, which is the thick. And I'm applying this right where the shimmery shadow ended. So I'm going to blend out the edges even more. And to further deepen up the outer corners, I'm going to take the shade Played Out and put that on the outer V of her eye, drawing like a C shape right here. Again, going back into the shade Thick, and I'm going to blend out the deeper color. Taking my Pretty Vulgar gel liner, and I'm going to line her upper lash line. First, I'm going to move on to her face, clean up all the fallout. And I'm going to use the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer just in her T-zone area because that's where she tends to get oily. So my camera decided to stop recording all of a sudden. But the only thing it didn't record was I just applied some eyeshadows to her lower lash line. I'm gonna explain it to you guys like what I did. First, I went in with the shade, a mixture of these two shades, Revenge and Thick, and buffed it on her lower lash line. And closer to her lower lash line, I used the shade Played Out. And in her inner corners, I used the shade TF just to, open up her eyes. So now I'm going to do some color correcting. I'm using the Smashbox color correcting stick in the shade Dark. And I'm going to apply that underneath her eyes. And just using my ring finger to blend it. For her T-zone, I'm using the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. And I'm going to do some more color correcting around her chin. As you can see, she has hyperpigmentation around her mouth. So color correcting is a really good option to counteract that because if you put a foundation that is too light on your hyperpigmented areas, definitely turn ashy. To blend this all in, I'm just using a beauty blender. So the key to using color correctors is applying little bit at a time. Always go in with smaller amount, blend it out, and if you feel like you need more, then you can add it. Now we're going to move on to the foundation. For her foundation, I'm taking the CoverGirl True Matte Foundation in the shade Toasted Caramel. And into that, I'm adding the CoverFX Custom Cover Drops in the shade G80 because she has a lot of tan right now and the foundation on its own is a little bit light. So I'm mixing both the products on the back of my hand. Mainly concentrating this on the centers of her face. I'm applying just a little bit at first. If I need more, I'm going to go ahead and add some more. Concealer today, I'm using the Born This Way concealer, the full coverage one in the shade Warm Sand. So this concealer is few shades lighter than her skin tone, but it is okay to use this concealer as we already color corrected underneath her eyes. If I hadn't used the color corrector and used a concealer that is few shades lighter than her skin tone, it is definitely going to pull ashy on her. So since I already did some color correcting, it is okay to use a concealer lighter than her skin tone. So I'm just applying a little bit. This is to mainly highlight her skin. I'm spraying my sponge with a little bit of Pixie Milky Mist. And I'm going to blend out the concealer. And I'm going to be extra careful with my blending when I get to the eyeshadows. When blending out the concealer, make sure you go back and forth like this. This is really going to help prevent the concealer from creasing. And now I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade Medium Deep to set underneath her eyes. And have her look up again. And again I'm going to go back and forth with the powder. I'm going to powder a little bit in her T-zone as well. And to brighten underneath her eyes a little bit more, I'm going to take my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I'm taking the banana shade. I'm going to have her look up again and apply this just to add a little bit more brightness. Contouring, I'm taking the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. First, I'm going to go into the darkest shade right here. And I'm going to mainly concentrate this near her hairline just to add some dimension. Since this is a really dark contour color shade, I'm not going to bring this all the way in here. Just a little bit just to add some dimension. And I'm going to add this on her jawline as well. I'm going to take the second darkest shade from the palette and blend out the first contour shade that I applied. So this is going to add some dimension and the contour is not going to look as harsh. For blush, I'm going to use my Tarte wheel and I'm going to use the shade Heated on her. Tapping off the excess, and I'm going to have her smile a little bit. And I'm going to apply that right here. Not on the apples of her cheek, but right above the contour. And I'm taking the Colourpop highlighter that was made in collaboration with Shayla. And this is in the shade Booming. I'm going to use very little bit. To set everything in place, I'm going to apply the All Nighter setting spray. Line her lips, I'm using the Makeup Forever Artist Color, what is it called? Artist Color pencil in the shade Universal Earth. I'm just following her natural lip line. And then for her lips, I'm taking the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Canes. And I'm taking a brush. A little bit of warmth to her lips. I'm taking the Smashbox Always On lipstick. What is this called? Out Loud. Just going over. So we added her some jewelry on her and I did some curls to the front part of her hair, and she has a lot of it. I couldn't curl all of it right now. I just wanted a nice appearance for the thumbnail. So the earrings that she is wearing, I'll leave a link to her Instagram page in the description box down below. I've already worn 2 to 3 of her jewelry pieces in my other videos. Please check her out. She has amazing jewelry collection and they're pretty affordable as well. Do you like them?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, they're really big on me, so I can never wear them, but they look pretty cute on her.
Yeah.
So that completes this video, you guys. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope you guys enjoyed this and learned some tips and tricks along the way. And also, I really hope it was fun because it was so much fun for me filming, because I'm always alone in this room filming all by myself. It's nice to have someone else for a change. So yeah, that
She's an artist.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I almost stabbed her 2 to 3 times already while doing her makeup. If it was somebody else, they would just walk out of here. That's why I'm not an artist. I can just do my makeup because used to my skin. And we tried her makeup today. It turned out pretty good. I'm a little bit proud of myself though.
Yeah, I'm proud of you too.
Oh, thank you.
Please do subscribe to her channel. It's amazing. Just keep watching for more videos.
I swear I did not ask her to tell that. So thank you so much for watching, you guys. And I'll see you all in my next one. Bye.
Bye.